Principles of Exercise Prescription XNB382 Client Screening. This is Daniel Hewitt, student number N88745522. Overview. This presentation will include reason for consultation, the results and conclusions from all the screening tests, client and practitioner goals, needs analysis for rugby union, and finally an action plan and recommendations. Reason for consultation. My client came to see me because he wants to increase his upper body strength, stay motivated and recover from his back injury. New client screen. My client is a 19-year-old male student. His physical activity level is well below recommended amount, and this is because he has recently been suffering from an ongoing back injury. The injury has been recently diagnosed as sacroiliac subluxation. It is a condition where the sacroiliac joint is less than fully dislocated. This occurs when the bones move out of alignment. There are multiple causes of this condition. They include trauma, poor posture, and arthritis. He has recently had some MRI scans on his lower back and is seeing a chiropractor occasionally. Anthropometry. My client is reasonably tall, standing 182 centimeters, and skinny, only weighing 72 kilos. This gives him a BMI of 22, which places him in the normal range for BMI, and has a body fat percentage of 12%. On the PARQ, the client answered yes to question 6, which puts him at a moderate risk. He has to seek medical clearance from his doctor to perform exercise safely, while ACSM and ESSA revealed no other health concerns. Initial consultation. After the initial consultation, I determined that he cannot perform any strenuous exercise. He is only physically active 180 minutes per week. Client and practitioner goals. Increase of body strength is the first goal for my client. The reason for this goal is because if he can increase upper body strength, it will be more difficult for the opposition to tackle him. The way I will test this is through basic 1RM bench press testing. This will be easily tested and will not add any extra strain on his lower back. My goal as a practitioner is to increase his 1RM by 5 kilograms. The second goal for my client is to maintain motivation and stick to training programs. Burke et al. In 2005 found that in a non-structured social environment exercise class, the participant preferred that compared to structured exercise environments. To keep motivation as high as possible, the exercise has to be enjoyable for the individual. I will aim to keep him motivated and enjoy all his exercise days and programs. The final goal that my client has is to recover from his sacroiliac subluxation injury. The only way to test this is to get him back playing rugby. And finally, my goal is to get him playing rugby pain-free. Needs analysis. A study conducted by Nicholas in 1997 found that the average size for a forward in rugby union was 187 centimeters tall, weighing 87.7 kilograms, and a body fat percentage of 12.4%. The fitness characteristics of the game are a combination of both anaerobic, tackling and rucking, and aerobic, running for a try or chasing the ball downfield. The game characteristics are made up of 80 minutes, in which the players would cover approximately 5.8 kilometers, which is made up of 37% walking, 28% jogging, and 34% sprinting. To increase the 1RM of my client, he needs to implement low reps between 1 to 6 at 90% of his 6RM and do 4 to 6 sets. Each week, my client needs to use the progressive overload principle and add a little bit more weight each week to obtain the best results. Studies have shown that this is the best way of increasing strength and ultimately 1RM. My client enjoys the sport of rugby and has been a part of the game for 10 years. Therefore, it would safely be assumed that he enjoys the sport which keeps him highly motivated. The only way his motivation could decrease is through structuring his exercise programs. The only way to resolve this is to speak to the coach and see if he can implement some non-structured exercise in a social environment. In rugby, the scrums is a major part of the game for forwards and places an immense pressure on their neck and back when engaging and pushing. Brooks and Kemp 2011 found that the occurrence of back injuries happen most often during scrums. To combat this and stop my client's back pain getting any worse, he should pack in further towards the back of the scrum, or even better, the number 8 position. The best way of recovering from his back injury is to rest or see a chiropractor for adjustments at least 2 times per week and progressively less and less as the injury starts to heal. If these means do not work, there are further medical treatments such as bipolar radiofrequency neurotomy. This is to relieve pain. Or there are sacroiliac joint injections. This is for pain and inflammation. In conclusion, the needs analysis provided information on key physical and physiological requirements for rugby union. As well as the client's information and goals were covered, practitioner goals were designed around the client's wishes and the action plan that will be undertaken for the upcoming weeks. These are my references. Hope you enjoyed and thank you for listening.